Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing language of big business and find out what is really going on under the hood. Today we're diving into a filing from an absolute giant, Ford Motor Company. You know, the company that has been putting America on wheels for over a century. Let's see what they cooked up lately. Ford has just dropped a report, and while it might seem like just another official document, it can actually give us some juicy insights into where this automotive titan is heading. We're going to cut through the jargon and pull out the key takeaways, so you know what this means for the company and maybe even your future car purchases. Alright, so at the very top we see this report is dated the 21st of November 2025. This means the information we're about to discuss is pretty recent, giving us a snapshot of what is happening with Ford right around this time. This particular report is called a Form 8. Think of it as a special bulletin that companies have to file with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, whenever something important happens that investors need to know about. In this case, it seems like Ford is making a statement available to everyone. The big news in this filing is essentially that Ford has released a statement. It is not a whole lot of deep financial detail in this specific 8K, but rather it is pointing us to a separate statement from Ford themselves. This statement, dated the 21st of November 2025, is the main piece of new information they're sharing. Since it is an exhibit, it means it is attached to this official filing and is considered part of the report for all intents and purposes. They're essentially saying, here is what we want you to know, and it's in this attached statement. Looking at the securities they have registered, we see they have some pretty long-term debt. This particular note, the 6.200% notes due in 2059, means Ford has borrowed a significant amount of money that they don't plan to pay back for over 30 years. This tells us about their long-term financial strategy and how they're funding large projects or operations. Companies that issue debt like this are essentially telling investors, we have a vision for the future and we need capital to get there, so lend us money and we'll pay you back with interest over a very long time. It is a common strategy for large industrial companies like Ford. This part hints at what we call Regulation FD or Regulation Fair Disclosure. This rule from the SEC is designed to make sure that all investors get the same information at the same time. Companies can't selectively share important news with just a few people. So when they furnish a statement under Regulation FD, they are making that information public for everyone to see, preventing any unfair advantages for certain investors. Now, under the exhibit section, we see what documents are included with this report. The most important one here is Exhibit 99, described as the statement dated the 21st of November 2025. This is the actual document that contains the substance of what Ford wants to convey. The other exhibit, Exhibit 104, is the interactive data file in XBRL format. This is for computer systems to read and process the filing automatically, which is becoming standard for regulatory bodies. And finally, the report is signed off by David J. Witten, who holds the title of Assistant Secretary for Ford Motor Company. This signature signifies that the company officially acknowledges the content of this report and has met its disclosure obligations. It is like the official stamp of approval from the company itself. So, what is the big picture here? This 8K filing itself is quite brief. It is primarily a gateway to Ford's separate statement from the 21st of November 2025. The real story, the crucial details about what Ford is announcing, lies within that Exhibit 99 statement. While we don't have the specifics of that statement directly in front of us in this particular document, the structure of the filing tells us that Ford is making a significant public announcement. It could be about anything from a new product launch, a change in strategy, a partnership, or even an update on their financial performance or outlook. The fact that they are using a Regulation FD disclosure ensures that this information is for all investors, not just a select few looking at Ford today. They are navigating a massive shift in the automotive industry. They are heavily investing in electric vehicles while still managing their legacy gasoline-powered business. Competition is fierce, not just from traditional automakers, but also from new electric vehicle startups. This statement is likely to shed light on how they plan to tackle these challenges and capitalize on the opportunities in this evolving landscape. We know they have significant debt, which is typical for a capital-intensive business like car manufacturing, but how they manage that debt and their investments will be key to their long-term success. My take on this filing is that it is a carefully managed communication. Ford isn't dumping a ton of raw financial data here, they're directing us to a specific statement. This suggests they have a message they want to deliver clearly and concisely. The key for us as viewers is to go and find that Exhibit 99 statement. That is where the real substance will be. We need to see what they are announcing, what the strategic implications are, and how it might impact their future performance. Without the content of that statement, this 8K is just the frame, not the painting, but it tells us that Ford wants to share something important, and they're doing it through the proper channels, ensuring everyone has access. Alright? That is our initial decode of this Ford 8K filing. What do you think Ford's major announcement is going to be? Drop your predictions in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button, it really helps us out. And if you want more straightforward analyses of corporate filings, make sure you subscribe. We also have a growing community over on Discord. The link is in the description, so come join the conversation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.